Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets, and this is the Fiio K5 Pro amp DAC. I'm going to quickly show you some stuff that you get in the box. I'm going to do an official unboxing. Get the device itself, you get this USB A, just show you that, to this size USB here, and you get some, oh yeah, so you get these little feet. I knew there was something else here, these little feet, you can see that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to also get the power brick as well. I'm just going to show you the hardware. So I'm going to do very quickly run through what the hardware is. I'm going to tell you what it sounds like, what I think, whether it's worth buying, and if you do have any questions, what's nice is I will answer all your questions for you. So we're not going to spend too much time on the box itself. So I said, this is the cable you get. This is the 15 watt power brick for it. So that's the end there. And you do get, as you can see, quite a decent length on the cable. And this end here is for the actual plug itself. So if we take a look at the device from the front, let's make sure I've got the right way up. From the front, you can see you have the volume. It's got a nice click. It comes with this 6.3 to 3.5 adapter. I just leave it permanently in and take it out when I don't need it in. You then have the input selector, so you can have USB in, you've got line in, and you also have the optical or coaxial option in as well. It has here on this side, you've got the, which I quite like, is the gain switch. So you've got low, medium and high. Now from memory, when you use the medium, it's a +6 speed of gain, and it's +10 dB if you use it on high. To be honest, it's pretty powerful even in the low. So what it does have, it has this light that lights up when you turn it on, depending on the sort of quality of the input in terms of kilohertz. So 48 kilohertz and below, the light is blue. 48 kilohertz and above, it goes a yellow light. And if you're using DST, it lights up green. So what we'll do, I'm just going to plug this in and show you how it works. But first, let's take a look at the rear. And as you can see from the rear, you've got the coaxial in, you've got optical, you've got the RCA in and out, you've got the USB in and the power. Now I'll just say this, if you decide to have this taking a line out, for whatever you do, remove headphones from the front or damage them if you don't, because that line out, the line out is variable. So what we'll do is we'll just put some power into here. Now when I turn this on, it's red because there is no signal coming through it at the moment. Now what I did do, I bought this very funky green cable. Take this off. So what this does, this goes from the connection at the back here. Let's just plug this in. Like so, to USB-C. I'll leave a link for this cable. I just like it. It's quite good, quite a nice sound. So what we'll do, I'll just plug this in. Now the great thing, because you've got USB-C, you can plug into all sorts of devices. And I'm just going to select some music, make sure the volume is right down, and play. Right, so now I haven't put the headphones in, but it is actually playing, and as you recall, blue 48 hertz and below. So that's coming straight. I just plugged that quickly into my iPad Pro, which is here. So that is working really nicely. So in terms of sound quality, let's talk about sound quality. But just before I get to the sound quality, I just want to cover off a couple of things what makes this desktop amp DAC quite unique, or not so unique, but really good value for its money. So it's a feed-forward amplifier circuit design, which means it can increase the power output of the TPA 6120 op amp by around 60% or just over that. So that means the power this can drive at 32 ohms is 1.5 watts. That is seriously impressive. And because of the three-way gain switch, which I absolutely love having a three-way, normally you just get low and high, but to have that medium just makes it so much more precise. And you can also get 20 volts as well at 300 ohms. So this will drive pretty much anything you throw at it, bar perhaps one of the world's most hardest to drive headphones, and there's a couple of those out there. So low, high, medium headphones, no problem at all. Also has a very low floor noise for IMs. I like the fact that it's got the line out, it's variable at 2 volts, which is why you need to unplug your headphones. So it can actually pretty much use this within a system to power active speakers. It uses, from the DAC chip, it's the AK4493, which sounds really nice and is particularly good. So let's talk, this does DSD as well, up to 512 native DSD decoding. And as you can see, this is quite a compact design. So in terms of headphones, so if you're using some planar magnetics, these are the Divas from Hi-Fi Man, or if you're using some straightforward Sennheisers, these are very easy to drive. Both those can be driven on low impedance. I put in my Sennheiser HD 600s, no problem driving those, and they're 300 ohms. So, and I've tried various different IEMs as well, FH7s, which are quite sensitive, and they all are driven exceptionally well. The thing that makes this quite clever is it actually has a power supply. So a lot of these little cheap desktop amps or budget desktop amps are powered by the USB that comes out of the laptop or whatever else you're taking it from. But with this, it actually is powered, which means it can obviously therefore perform better. So in terms of how this sounds, it's very dynamic, it's very expressive, you get a lot of detail, and it absolutely, because it has so much energy in them, it's terrific. So it has a very good sound stage, it's a wide sound stage. It's very good on vocals, it's fast, it's punchy. In fact, this is absolutely, I love this, it's absolutely terrific. You can connect, so the reason, as I said to you and I showed you, that I had this cable that I used here, if I wanted to connect to my Android phone, I can, it just plugs in, that end goes in the other end, no problem, works really well. If you have one of the later iPads that are also USB-C, no problem, plug in, plug that in, the other end, works straight off like so. If you've got then, if you're using off a laptop, well then you might use the enclosed provided cable and do the USB-A to the USB at this end. It just works extremely well. Obviously you can do the digital in as well. So if you need that, you've got that ability. That works extremely well. Tried that with a few devices. I haven't tried the line out. I've got nothing that really benefits me from that, but I have tried the line in. So what I did was I connected, this is the iBasso DC02. So what I did, I took a 3.5 to RCA lead. So I plugged 3.5 in here and the RCA into the line in on the Fiio. And there's just no comparison. This Fiio was considerably better than this sort of £45 amp DAC. This is the Fiio BTR5. using this as a USB DAC. So I connected it into USB that end, took a 3.5 out of here into the RCA's in the back, line in, and had a listen. And again, this just simply outperformed the Fiio BTR5. So you get what you pay for. And all honesty, the measurements are excellent. It's very clean sound, very dynamic. You've got good treble, good mid-range, very good bass. Actually, it's got very fast, punchy bass, and just seriously cannot go wrong with this. Absolutely marvelous piece of kit. If you've got any questions, ask them below. I'll answer them. This is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye for now.